Thomas Adès' 1995 opera, Powder Her Face, depicts desire from an altogether more carnal point of view. In this opera, it depicts the scandalous story, of Margaret Campbell, the Duchess of Argyll, who was the subject of much media controversy with her controversial court case in the 1960s. It was a divorce case from her husband. Margaret Campbell was an alleged sex addict who, from one of London's foremost hotels, went on a rapacious rampage, fulfilling all of her sexual appetites through the staff, through low and high class, through so many men in the population. What a strange subject for an opera. The opera is very explicit in its language, in the libretto, which is the text of the opera. It's lewd in its detail, and it absolutely paints a picture of what the Duchess of Argyll was like. Sung by a soprano in this opera, we're going to look at the fourth scene. In it, the Duchess telephones down for room service, and the unsuspecting waiter is seduced over the phone. Some choice phrases from this aria are: "Bring me some wine, I want some beef, bring me some meat, fill me up." Now, if that is not overtly desirous and desiring, what else is? Now, of course, the music helps to reflect that. And Thomas Adès' opera has such an eclectic mix of styles within it. It starts off, for example, with the most sensual of dances, the Argentinian tango. But it has jazz, it has classical elements, it's got elements of high modernism. In this, as the Duchess starts her very lewd order and suggestive order down to room service, the clarinet doodles almost casually but hypnotically. Their strings tippy-toe, doubled by the piano, as if to suggest the reticence at first and the nervousness that is caused to the waiter by the Duchess's come-ons. There are these panting swells in the strings as the music starts to build to a head, along with seedy muted brass that sounds just like the muted brass you might hear in a smoky jazz club. And as the music builds and builds, the waiter arrives at the door and the music reaches its climax. Just a warning for anyone who might have any younger viewers at home, perhaps this next scene is not quite appropriate for younger viewing, but it is an absolute cracker of desire in music.